because you hold them, or the ref stops it, or you get a chance to escape, because otherwise you're just going to have to tap.
Right. Let's go to Damian Maia, Mario Miranda. Mario Miranda's a younger guy. People haven't really heard too much about him, but he's a very talented jiu-jitsu guy. And you saw at the weigh-ins, the guy's in shape, big, strong.
Yeah.
And I actually
sexy.
think
Oh,
very
wait,
sexy.
so yeah, big, strong,
Greg
sensuous.
Soto. Greg Soto's sexy.
Yes, he is. Yeah, well,
Let me tell you.
I mean, let me tell you something. You see some of these guys weighing in, and even as a straight man, you go, wow, that guy's good looking. Like, holy crap. I understand why women cheering him. I get that. I see it. All right. Well, just so you know that I'm bigger. I'm just saying. I'm just letting everybody know I'm bigger.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
that's going to be a good fight. It's going to be tough to call because of the history of Maia. It's which guy's showing up.
Exactly.
Is the mentally aware, mentally acute, athletic, I can move, I can push, I can pinch, I can grab man showing up? Or is the guy, I'm just here to survive 5 rounds without getting killed man showing up? Which one shows up?
And also, you got to wonder, how does that loss to Anderson weigh on his mind as far as for training goes? Now, is he going in there going to be aggressive and crazy because he wants to prove something like that's not the real Damian Maia out there, and then he gets caught with something? You know, that you never know.
That's the problem. You cannot let emotions get in the way when the fight starts. The trash talking, at least from my mindset, and let you guys know a little secret, the trash talking, all that stuff that happens before the fight is for me to get into your skin. I'm trying to push it. I'm trying to make you hit me from an emotional standpoint. When I fight, I don't want to have any emotions involved at all. I want it to be all business because it's the only way you can survive, the only way you can win. Maia, if he goes, I want to win this fight to prove to the fans that that's not the way I fight, and I can really be this guy that everyone thinks I should be, that my camp says I am, allowed to, myself included, think it should have been a better fight with Silva. If he puts that emotion into it, he's going to get beat up. He's going to get beat up bad. He doesn't fight well from an emotional standpoint. Some guys fight well emotionally. They fight well from an emotional standpoint. Couture's not a guy that fights well from an emotional standpoint, but he never has any emotion when he fights.
Right, like for this fight, he's just...
Which we'll get into that in a minute. I got a whole thing on that one too. But yeah, right. if Maia comes in emotional, he's losing. And that really is. It's his fight to lose, he's going to lose. But it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be fireworks regardless, whether it's 35 seconds or all 3 rounds.
It's going to be definitely fun. Another fun fight, I think. It's going to be Kenny Florian and Gray Maynard, simply because I don't know how that's going to play out. Now that Dana announced that the winner gets the title shot against the winner of BJ and Frankie, do you think that might have changed Gray's game plan at all, as opposed to wanting to go out and be exciting because there's some criticism, as opposed to now he wants to go out and guarantee that title shot?
No, I think that at least from Gray's standpoint in his training camp, he's believing that the winner's going to get the title shot anyway. Like he always kind of thought that. So I think this is one of those deals where he knew it already. The announcement makes it official, but you always know stuff before it's announced anyway. It's going to happen. So I kind of think that's what happened. And this fight is this fight. There's no way to change it really. Like you're going to fight the way you're going to fight, regardless of what kind of extra added outside pressures are on you. And I think Gray, it's an interesting fight because this is a Muay Thai Jiu-Jitsu guy versus a wrestler boxer. This is really what the style is, so it's almost a conflicting styles. Is the boxer better than the Muay Thai guy? Is the wrestler better than the Jiu-Jitsu guy? I believe that Kenny Florian has faster hands, faster feet. I think he's just a better... Hold on, guys. Sorry, we got someone banging on the table over here. I got to shut the other mic off. I think that Kenny Florian is faster and quicker. But Gray hits harder and more clear. Like he's a cleaner boxer. I think that Gray, when he chooses to, is going to take Kenny down and put him wherever he wants to. And I think that Gray's style on the ground, when he decides to, they call him the bully for a reason. He's going to clamp on, hold on, and you're not really going to be able to do anything to him.
And firsthand, because you've trained with
him. Yeah, I train with Gray a lot. And the other problem, though, is that once you put Kenny down on his back, even though his jiu-jitsu's not working, that's when his elbows are most effective. He's got a great range from shoulder to elbow to hit a guy when he's got his head on him. So Gray's got to keep his head up the whole time, which then allows his jiu-jitsu to come into play. So even on the ground, it's not really a definite game, but I think the real win for this fight is going to be the guy that wins the stand-up game. The guy that wins the stand, not the takedown game, not the jiu-jitsu game, the guy that's on their feet. The guy that wins the Muay Thai boxing game is the one that's going to win this fight. I think it's going to be a split decision victory. I'm picking Gray because he's in my camp, but believe me, if you came and see me 30 seconds after the fight's over, I can make a complete argument for Kenny Florian winning if he wins a close split decision. This fight's going to be that close, and number one contendership is that close in the weight class, with Frank Andrew and BJ fighting the same night.
That's like the literal definition of a chess match fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now we have the fight that we were just talking about, Randy Couture, James Toney. Randy Couture, very even-keeled, just kind of going through the motions. No, not upset at James Toney. He's not feeling the pressure as far as MMA versus boxing. And then you have James Toney coming in, kind of bringing that boxing flair around.
The hype, the hammer, Toney does a lot of stuff for boxing. He's a great when was it cruiserweight? It's probably one of the best times he ever fought. He's one of the best true weight class jumping fighters, even though he didn't win as many titles as some of these other guys. But he's definitely a guy that definitely knows how to bring the hype, how to bring the game. He came a lot smaller than I thought he was going to be. I thought he was going to be a lot heavier, but he didn't. And I'm surprised he's a lot shorter than I thought. I thought Randy was going to be undersized for this one, but he's not. He's actually taller, bigger, you know. And at 47 years old, I say I think he might be a little bit more in tune to how the fight game goes. Now, unfortunately for James Toney, for his 35 plus years of boxing, he is not in a space where he's had enough time to train. We're talking about Randy Couture, who has been wrestling for over 30 years. He's been boxing for over 20 years. He's been jiu-jitsu for over 15 years, and he's been doing this sport for 15 years. James Toney's had 3 months to prepare for everything but boxing. Look, man, Randy's going to punch him in the head. He's going to punch Randy in the head. Randy's going to take him down. Randy's going to pass his guard. Randy's going to rip his arm off. Randy's going to beat him to death with it.
That's another thing I wanted to touch on. I know that people forget that Randy's got a pretty extensive boxing history.
Yep.
I don't see Randy being the type of guy, though, that wants to go out and says, I'll prove a point. I'll box. No, he's a get a W guy.
The best point to prove is winning.
Exactly.
That's the best point to prove.
See, this is why Frank Trigg's a genius. We think alike. Everyone that says they want to go out and prove a point loses.
There is no point to be proven. The point to be proven is I'm going to win.
So do you see this fight going more than 3 minutes? Because I can't see it going.
No, if I will tell you this, if it goes into the second round, I will have much more respect for James Toney.
Yeah, no
if it gets out of 3 minutes, like if it goes beyond like 301, 302, I might increase a little bit depending on how the fight's going. But really, I don't think this fight's going to last very much beyond 3 minutes and 30 seconds, 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Absolutely not.